Hola, chicos y chicas, and welcome back to these review videos. Today, what we're going to be going over is ser and estar. Now, this is normally a pretty complicated topic, but in reality, it's not too difficult to grasp. Ser and estar, we both mean, or rather, we both know mean to be. So ser means to be, and estar means to be. So the whole difficulty really with ser and estar is determining whether we use estar, whether we use ser in situations where we want to say the verb to be. Right? In English, we would say I am, you are, we are, and there's really no difference between I am happy and I am enthusiastic, I'm excited, and in terms of feeling, and I am an excited person, right? Am stays the same in English, but in Spanish we have some differences. So, first thing that we need to do is look at the conjugations of these verbs. So, ser and estar are both what we would call irregular verbs. We're conjugating them right now in the present tense, in the present indicative. So, let's take a look at ser. Ser, we know that the forms that we conjugate for are these subjects. We know that yo is I, tú is you, él, ella, usted, he, she, you, formal, usted. These are the conjugation forms. Yo soy, tú eres, él, ella, usted es, nosotros somos, vosotros sois, ellos, ellas, ustedes son. Okay, so we'll make this a little bit smaller so that it will come out better. Let's see if we can do it. Okay. A ver. Ustedes son. Then let's go to estar. Estar, yo estoy, tú estás, él, ella, usted está. Nosotros estamos, vosotros estáis, ellos, ellas, ustedes están. Okay, so again, it's important to remember that some of these verbs have accents. So the tú form, the él, ella, usted form, ellos, ellas, ustedes form, all have an acento sobre la A, over the A. So again, estás, está, and están all have accents. Again, in review, soy, eres, es, somos, sois, son for ser, estoy, estás, está, estamos, estáis, están for estar. Okay, that's conjugations. Now, ser. Ser means to be, just like estar does. But when we talk about ser, we're basically saying, using the verb to be as something kind of having to do with someone's overall being, right? So if I'm describing myself and I want to say I am, right? When I'm saying using ser, I'm talking about things that would be included in my biography, let's say, or if there were a Wikipedia page made about me, that's the type of thing that ser would come in for. Okay, so here are some examples. If I say son las 10:30 de la mañana, I'm using son, right? I'm using son because I'm using it for time, la hora y la fecha, right? We know when we tell time, we say son las. Again, it's using the verb ser, okay? Son las 10, because son is going with the hours, right? So we use that for time. Then, origen, if I want to say where I'm from, I say soy de. If I'm from Oakton, I say soy de Oakton, Virginia. If I want to say where I work, I would say soy, or what I do, soy profesor. It's about your profession, your trabajo. Soy profesor. I am a professor. I am a teacher. Okay. You can also use ser to talk about what things are made of, right? So if I say mi computadora es de aluminio, it's made of, right? It has aluminum. Material. Okay. It's the material that it's made from. Es, right? If I wanted to say my computers are made of aluminum, I would say son de aluminio mis computadoras. La casa es de señor Siegel. If I want to say that something belongs to someone, it's like saying to be of someone, right? So if I say the house belongs to señor Siegel, it's literally saying the house is of señor Siegel. It is my house. La casa es de señor Siegel. Then you can also use ser for nacionalidad, for your nationality. Soy americano, right? El baile es en el gimnasio. We would use ser, okay, to describe where an event is, all right? Where an event is. Okay, it's very important. So these reasons that we use ser. time, right? Son las 10, soy de Octen, soy profesor, mis computadoras son de aluminio, la casa es de señor Siegel, soy americano, el baile es en el gimnasio. Again, we use ser in these cases. And basically, if you were to say something overall for ser, it's telling what something is like on a very general sense, right? Something that is about someone that's very essential to them. Again, where they're from, who they are, what they do, ser. Now, let's check out what estar is used for. This is a good thing to remember. This is a great phrase. How you feel and where you are, always use the verb estar. Okay, so talking about feeling and location. That's a very big. Those are very big uses for estar. So, the first example I'll give you is location, ubicación. If you say estoy en clase, right? I am in class. It's where I am. So you would say estoy en clase. Again, not soy en clase, estoy, because how you feel, where you are, always use the verb estar. Estoy enfermo. Estado o condición, how I'm feeling. Again, how you feel, where you are. Estoy enfermo, it's how I feel. Estamos hablando español. Okay, we are speaking. When we use the progressive, el progresivo, it's estar with one of these gerunds, right? Hablando, to be speaking. We use estar with the progressive tense. And then we have phrases that normally go with estar, such as estoy de acuerdo, I agree. If I said estamos de acuerdo, we agree, right? Again, so these uses, location, state, feeling, the progressive, and certain phrases like I agree, or we agree, or you agree, okay? One thing that I want to do with this video is kind of get away from the certain teaching that ser is permanent and estar is temporary, because it's not always the case. Because if we talk about time, right? We said son las 10, we use ser. Time changes all the time, right? It changes all the time. So why would we use ser with time if time is constantly changing? There's no such thing as the permanent and temporary thing. So for example, one of the uses of estar, if you want to say that something or someone is dead, it's estar muerto, right? So sadly, I have an old dog. His name, it was a dog that I had growing up. I could say el perro está muerto, right? Again, that kind of disproves the whole permanent and temporary thing, okay? Think about it this way. Ser is what we use to talk about general description, right? About someone's general being. And estar is what we use to talk about feelings, emotions, and how things appear. So these are really good examples here. If I say el helado es frío, what am I saying? Helado is ice cream again. What am I saying? I'm saying that helado generally, on the whole, right, by definition, is cold. Ice cream is a cold thing, right? Es frío. But what if I said el helado está frío? What does that mean? It could mean that the ice cream feels cold. It tastes cold. It looks cold, right? How we're describing it in its current condition, right? As opposed to the definition of ice cream, which is that it is cold. Es frío. Same thing. If you're telling someone that they look pretty, you could say, eres muy guapa. If you say, eres muy guapa, you're very pretty, that's saying that you generally are very pretty. You're a very pretty person. It's part of who you are. But if there's one moment or there's one time where you think someone looks exceptionally pretty and you want to say that he or she looks good, you would say, estás muy guapa. You look very pretty. Or you appear to me very pretty right now. Okay, so that's a very important distinction to make. So again, think of these examples. El helado es frío. It's cold, right? Ser. El helado tastes cold, looks cold, feels cold. Está frío. Eres muy guapa. You are very pretty. You estás would be estás muy guapa. You look pretty. Okay, makes sense? All right. Now, what I want you to do is, in order to practice this concept, I want you to do this. I want you to write a short 6-sentence biography about yourself, biografía. Okay? And I want you to write, again, 6 things. 3 using ser and 3 using estar, right? The ser should say, again, things about you. So I would say, soy alto, right? I'm tall. Estar, estoy cansado, right? try 6 different sentences using these concepts, and that will be it. Muchas gracias, and I will see you guys the next time.